gangster. That's very not gangster.
I came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come up missing. I'm a cutthroat baller like O.J. Simpson. I came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come
Say that
up
again.
missing.
I couldn't hear you over the sound of me myself.
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come up missing. I'm a cutthroat baller like O.J. Simpson. Little homie, listen, try and serve me. I put a 25 in your back like Barry Bonds jersey. On the streets, on the beach, y'all ain't able. Cause too I shit on rappers like major labels. What's with the ice grilling, homie? Change your face. This either do more than tangible to change your race. Girls love metaphor, and I love them back. Addicted to getting head, chicks call me the brainiac. Battle rap with words war like Jihad. I write it dope, flow crack, my notepad need rehab. Fuck y'all CDs, y'all can't see these or touch these. Rhyme so chronic, my soul's give you the munchies.
Yeah. Put your dick in your hand.
Whoa.
Show it to your one man. Booyah. I don't know, bro.
So you just gonna open the show telling people put their dick in your hand?
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta put your dick in your hand. And show it to your one man.
All right, man. That's where you want to be at then. Well, if you
Ain't that what got Mystical in trouble?
multiple times.
I can't remove my dick in my hand. Whoa!
That is not this kind of party, guy.
That's exactly why you have been fighting 2 rape allegations.
That's not even allegations when you in your music basically telling people your dick is in your hand.
First time he did 13 years.
God damn, it's really that long? Well, he didn't do the whole 13.
Nah, he did all that shit.
He did? Shit, No Limit been dead that long?
Man, No Limit was dead on arrival January 1st, 2000.
Well, they did what they were supposed to do in the 90s.
Yeah, they had a nice run from like 96 to 99.
Yeah.
I don't know. When Master P started doing songs with Lil Jon, I was off that nigga.
Hey, man. Lil Jon was the wave at the time. He was the wave. So you can't be too mad at him. It wasn't a smart business choice, but you can't be too mad at him for what he was trying to do.
It wasn't Master P.
It wasn't.
Master P out here getting crunk. He got dreads. Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, Master P technically made a crunk song, too, because Hootie Who was crunk. Made a retarded serial killer beat sound pretty fire.
He's not retarded.
My fault. An autistic serial killer.
He's autistic. He's not a serial killer.
So being responsible for multiple deaths in a series of events is not a serial killer?
I mean, okay, first of all, how's he responsible for any of this?
Some of them he actually physically stabbed a knife through people.
What did they do to deserve this?
They were born.
Well,
Real talk. Some of his victims were just victims because they were born.
Hey, man, that's the price you pay when you have the Myers bloodline.
Some of them didn't even know they had that bloodline.
Well,
Because they changed last names and
he
stuff.
was here to let you know what it was, fam.
But all these questions about Mike Myers, the most important question has never been answered.
How do you learn how to drive?
Exactly, dog.
Gee, he was whipping the shit out that station wagon.
That station wagon.
And the fact that he drove in like one continuous motion and didn't hit nothing, not even paying attention to the road, like he looked, fam.
How did he get? Did he drive to the house with this mask on? And if he did, no one thought to be like, "Hey, there's a station wagon with a nigga with a mask on riding around. I think you might want to check this out."
The only person that saw him was that little kid, and he was like, "You know what?
It's not my business.
It's better. Yeah, it's better if I just pretend like I didn't see that."
So, I guess my own personal question: why the fuck Mike Myers started driving out the gate, and you just
I don't know. I'm not autistic. Apparently, you special kind of gifted when you autistic. I don't have it. I don't have the juice.
All right, so if you hear the sound of our voice, that means you have somehow stumbled upon another episode of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. Immediately to the left of me is my homeboy, the Fat Mac himself.
Is that your look? Okay.
Giving bitches blue balls, Mr. Young, Fresh, and Fly. And
so that's where we at now.
Hey, man, you started the whole episode talking about the dick in your head, so we hear that.
Because it's a song.
I know it is.
I came in with my dick in my hand.
And then, of course, we got the cotton candy. I don't even know what else to call you after that now.
Cotton Candy Mandy.
Yeah, let's roll with that. We got the cotton candy mammy. Mimi So 100. She in the building, but she not in the building. You know how it goes.
What did you just call me?
Cotton Candy Mammy.
No, because ain't no fuzz on it now. I made sure of that yesterday.
Wait, so fuzzy vaginas are mammies?
Cotton candy.
I think he was referring to your hair.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was calling my vagina fuzzy.
Why would
I
you?
would not be. Oh my God. Let's end this episode right here.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. But
I mean, I could see how a vagina can be cotton candy. You know, it's sweet, but got a little fuzz on it.
I mean, this is a great way to transition into our
gets
first
sticky at the
topic.
end.
But I don't know how to transition after that.
This is why we are responsibly irresponsible.
Definitely.
Shit like that.
How?
We went from the world's most dangerous podcast to the most irresponsible, responsible podcast.
Because I feel like that describes my life. I'm responsibly irresponsible.
You are. You make bad decisions at great moments.
Make bad decisions with good intentions. I feel like that's a song.
It is.
I feel like this is a horrible time to bring this up right now.
You gotta
What?
Poop. You gotta poop.
No, I'm hungry as fuck.
Nigga. Okay, you know, you get a pass because you did not get what you wanted to get when it came
That
to
didn't
food.
mean you couldn't have got food.
Well,
But
'cause
you know
we
how
go
she
to Denny's
is.
after that. Like, initially the plan was go to Denny's because I was going to get some dessert pancakes.
Right.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm grabbing some funnel cakes. And then, like, when she told me that they didn't have them, like, that just
Threw in
completely-
there. You know how I get one when you really want something and they tell you the one thing that you came for is not there.
And it just throw off,
It throw
your
off
whole
everything.
train of thought.
It's like going to McDonald's and you know what, Doug? I want a McFlurry. So you order your standard chicken nuggets with your medium fries, your drink, and then you say, oh yeah, let me get a McFlurry, an Oreo McFlurry. Oh yeah, ice cream machine down. Just gonna pull off on them. You don't give no fuck. You don't want nothing else.
Because you be so mad, like, the highlight, like, the whole reason why you even pulled into the drive-thru to give them your business, they don't have it, and you be so frustrated that you just smash off.
Right.
You completely forgot that you didn't order the whole meal and shit because the one thing that you really, really wanted
Ain't
was
there.
not available.
And that's where she was. So I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
Yeah, because you definitely got mad about something and we end up leaving. I had to give up my food order because you didn't want nothing.
Well, hey, they should have had what I wanted.
I don't even remember what it was. I mean, usually it's just chicken related with you.
They also should never offer niggas hot sauce with biscuits. So who the fuck eat hot sauce with their biscuit?
A lot of people.
I don't know, but I decided to finally try that dessert biscuit from KFC today. And I'm weird because they just put that ad on my phone. I hate Facebook. But it was actually good. I wanted something sweet so bad. I'm like, you know what? They sell them in the singles. Let me just get it. And let me just try it.
I don't know what happened.
But why'd you stop the song? That's the one song off the Dynasty album I like.
What? You're tripping. Nigga, that album is full of classics.
It's not for me.
Because you are a fucking loser if you don't.
It's not for me. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do something, all of a sudden, your phone advertises it all the time now.
You know what I hate about advertisements?
What's that?
That they always want to advertise some shit, and then when you get it, it don't look like what you advertised.
Of course not. It's never supposed to.
No, fuck that.
Think about it, dog. What could you actually eat a burger that looked like what be on the commercials?
Or advertise some shit that how this burger really gonna look. Because you can make a Big Mac look decent. Stop throwing all that sloppy ass fucking lettuce everywhere.
No.
Evenly spread the mac sauce. Give a nigga a real piece of American cheese. Although I don't eat cheese. But for my niggas out there in the world that's eating cheese, tell them give you some real American
Bro, I just
cheese.
realized you get cheeseless Big Macs.
Well, yes.
That is horrible.
The cheese does not add any value to the Big Mac.
The only thing they added was Thousand Island dressing.
Which Thousand Island dressing and the onions and the pickle add the flavor to the burger.
The cheese brings it all together,
That
dog.
cheese is terrible. It's not even real cheese.
Nothing is real cheese. But
So why y'all want to eat that shit?
because it's
I eat real
the parsley.
It's the parsley.
It's the parsley of the burger.
No, it's
It
not.
brings it all together.
You know what brings it all together? The fact that you're going to shit yourself eating that fake cheese.
I just had 2 Big Macs. I'm perfectly fine.
I got a fart.
The mic picked that up too.
I definitely heard it.
You felt it.
Rumble in the jungle.
All right, so
I hope it doesn't smell.
So we getting ready to roll into our summer session that we do every year here on the Death Fresh Show, where we'd like to kick back and have fun with our episodes.
Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
Party
Party
on
on
down
down
to
to the
the
Death Fresh beat.
Let's
Just
kick it.
See, look. When I make up a song, you're supposed to go with it. Don't sing that.
Hey, bruh, I wasn't. You didn't warn me.
I had to warn you.
You didn't prepare me that you was changing the lyrics. It's okay.
You didn't think I was?
You sing Donnell Jones perfectly fine every single time. You have yet to remix that.
Because they say when you love someone,
Don't you stop singing it.
you just don't treat them bad.
Stop.
Oh, how I feel so sad.
Stop.
I'm mad that you don't like that song.
I don't like you singing that song.
This song is great. It shows off my vocal range. You don't think I can sing, Tom?
I'm gonna put the little mini in the what right there.
Just saying.
Anyway,
I can sing prostitute for lunch. Oh, I'm sorry, flang. I'm sorry. I don't know what word that is. It's just, I don't even know why it's there. It's like, what the fuck is this word?
speaking of words that we don't know what they're there for, so this particular summer, I'm actually gonna work on doing some one-on-one pod recordings.
Like,
So I'm gonna start doing a couple of exposés.
nigga, you should finish one before you start the other.
The other one never came. Yeah, that is true.
Like,
Well, all my married friends started doing dumb shit that some of them I couldn't even use. Because a couple of them are now going through divorce. So they defeat the purpose of using them.
see, you got deferred.
Yeah. But, you know,
You got discouraged.
the 4 episodes I got,
You should still put them out.
I'm still going to put them out. Still going to put them 4. It was supposed to have been 8, but now it's down to 4. So I'm just going to rock with those 4. But a lot of people are now wanting to...
You want to interview me?
You know what, Juan? I will interview you.
I'm not married, but
I don't need you for a married episode. I'm going to interview you for the life of a single man. Because you are a unicorn. You are a 30-year-old man with no kids, single, ready to mingle. And you don't have none of the problems that most folks deal with.
what is that?
Well, you don't have baby mama drama.
Nope.
Okay? You are not a cheater.
Not really.
You're not a cheater.
No, I'm not.
Because everybody you've been with, you've never been the reason why the relationship ended.
I mean, I ain't gonna
And you're very, well, you're not the one who caused the relationship in a negative way.
I am not perfect, I will say.
Right. I'm not saying you are.
I've never cheated, but I did get, a couple nudes got slipped in my inbox.
That's not your fault. Did you ask for them?
No, you're never supposed to ask for nudes.
Exactly. You don't ask
That
for
would
nudes.
be wrong.
You just get them. It's happened.
just-
You make her feel so good about herself that she shows them, like, hey,
What you think about these?
exactly.
It's like, oh, this motherfucker's on fire.
And since
Can you say titties are fire?
titties are fire. Well, put it like this. I feel like you can say titties are fired because we can clearly say titties are trash.
Okay. So you can say titties
There are some trash titties out there.
Yeah, I've seen trash titties.
And we're not talking about the ones that have medical changes that have happened to them over.
Talking about the ones that got too much space in between them.
Oh, my God. Will you leave our titties alone?
No, because they suck. Like, even when she put a bra on, that motherfucking gap's still big, and it bothers me.
It's because she's not wearing the right bra.
Well,
She's not bringing them titties together.
maybe her torso and back plate is too wide. She got to shrink it in. And her breastplate is, disproportionate.
So she need a backiotomy?
Or something.
Okay, you're a terrible human being. But let's continue.
How am I a terrible human being?
You really just hate her titty space.
I do. I don't even think you can titty fuck them.
I don't think you should want to.
I don't think anybody has a dick that big to fit between that space.
Okay, enough about this woman and her titty space. But you have gotten some dope nudes. But have you ever gotten classy nudes?
Well, what is a classy nude?
Well, let's go ahead. We have the motivational speaker herself who has, on numerous occasions, spoken on her many, many nude adventures of her camera,
My sexpertise.
her sexpertise.
Pink hair assassin.
I like that. So, Mimi,
Yes.
being a person who
Loves to be naked on camera.
sums it up in...
That's nasty.
so does my sister, but I can't ask her these questions.
Why not? But you feel comfortable asking my cousin?
Tell him, what was the first thing you said when you walked in? Do you remember today?
No, I don't. You know I barely remember shit that happened 10 minutes ago.
Well, he said, you know what? I don't even want to know why the selfie stick is out.
That is... Oh, my God.
And I would like to thank Juan for such a wonderful gift.
Why do you keep thanking me for that?
Because you gave it to me.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I would never take credit for that.
You did take credit for it. It's recorded.
Yeah.
You admitted how she got it. So we here now. So,
But
Mimi,
wait,
I didn't use it for nudes, though. I used it for selfies because I was popping.
I was gonna say, because you don't seem to have a bae that's not bae. So who you sending your hairy asshole to?
her female
Oh,
friends.
It's not hairy.
She sends it to her
Just
friends.
established this.
Cause you know those bitches share nudes with each other, right?
First of all,
And we don't mean bitches
Just
in a
be-
bad way.
just because
So like, do
bae
women?
that's not bae transition to not bae at all does not mean that there aren't still niggas trying to knock at the door, especially the back one.
Oh my God. So you out here giving backdoor reversals?
No, no.
That sound like a camera angle.
So yeah. So if you could toot your leg up, I'm trying to shoot the backdoor reversal.
That does actually sound like a porn angle.
Classy Nude is all about the posing and
And the winner for best camera angle, Antonio Luckett, backdoor reversal, 2019.
I like to thank God, my mama for buying me that camera. I like to shout out for Canon for that extra lens that you guys.
Yeah, extra lens.
that's horrible.
You got poop on the first one.
Hey man,
How deep in that asshole were you, sir?
Oh my
I'm
no.
a cameraman.
Hey, so,
Sometimes you, Zach and Miri make a porno.
Dog, like porno cameraman, I would hate to be. Like I wanted to just shoot everything.
Do you know that a lot of cameramen end up hooking up with the female porn stars?
That's cool, but just like I'd rather be like a stationary cameraman and can zoom in from where I'm at. Because if the director like hits you with the reverse angle and get a close up on those balls, and then you like really got to get in the nigga ass to get his ball, like I couldn't do that. Like that's a terrible
That's a
job.
terrible
to
job.
have.
But the pay might be good.
Then you just see like
The benefits might be great.
all ball slapping vagina.
that and you can like when you're close enough, you can see how your balls move like this. It's like you can tell when the sperm is in there swimming because they just like they literally like they just move. Because I had this thing where I like to cuff them in my hand and just stare at them and watch them like just. It's like they be doing the wave like this.
You like shake them like dice.
They shake their own self like dice. They just sit there and move and shit.
This just got real disturbing fast. All right,
Yeah,
so back to the
boss.
classy nudes.
I'm a
What are
disturbed
some
individual.
requirements for our lady listeners? Because we do actually have some.
Yeah.
What are the requirements for them to send classy nudes?
Well, first and foremost, you want to make sure that your background, whatever you have, whether you are on the bed or you standing up in the mirror, you want to make sure that your background is clear. You cannot have classy nude with a trap house background.
True. Facts.
So
Please
you know.
clean your room before you send nudes.
And even if you're too lazy to clean, like we would appreciate it if you just kick it out of the frame.
That's all. You pile it up in the corner.
Do something. Just don't
point
have this
upward.
mess.
And then don't take a picture in that motherfucking corner.
Yeah, like, you know, you gotta rotate, do something, but make sure that your background and environment where you will be photographing yourself is clear. You also want to make sure that you are properly moisturized, okay? You can't send a classy nude if it's an ashy nude. That's like,
That rhymed.
Classy and ashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went from classy to ashy.
yeah, so you can't do that.
I thought you was supposed to go from ashy to classy.
You're supposed to, but they didn't lotion after the shower, so the nude went the opposite way.
Okay, so clean background, proper moisture.
Yeah. Now, if your hair is not done, I'm not saying you got to be all, glamorous and curls and shit, but if you look like you just woke up and it's not sexy, because some people look nice with bed head. They
do.
roll over and their hair is like, it got a little messiness to it, but it doesn't take away from their face. They don't look like they were just mugged in a back alley. They can be
Trying
okay.
to give out the reversal.
We running with this one for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you can take, very classy nudes from the neck down. Now, you don't have to show full nudity in a classy nude. Like, Juan, we discussed this before, where there are a lot of pictures where, she may be topless and no bra, but she kind of uses her arm as a bra where you can see her cradling her breast, so you can't see the nipple or whatever, but, you can tell that she's naked. Mm-hmm. One of the big things for me, like, I've always had a thing with black and white pictures, period. To me, it just gives a certain elegance to it. You don't have to. You can definitely take classy nudes in color, but I don't know. For me, it's something about black and white that just says artistic and classy and just etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
That noir sense of that black and white, especially if it's a chocolate bay.
It's just glamorous.
It just looks even better.
And that tone, it just, so that's definitely one. But the posing. Remember when Dave Chappelle was doing his stand-up? Remember he was talking about hustler style? Unfortunately, he was talking about Caitlyn Jenner when he said it, but...
Yeah.
I want out.
But there are definitely, certain poses and things that you can do that seem a little bit more raunchy and kind of jumping off the deep end versus your more elegant poses. So it's definitely ways to take classy nudes.
So the spread eagle reverse backflip is not always recommended
Not for classy
for your
nude.
classy nudes.
I feel like a classy nude is when you
like, to me, you can't have a classy nude, even in black and white, where you're bent over with your butt cheek spread. That's
Gotcha.
just not a classy nude. Like,
That's just
your
not a
booty
classy
hole.
pose, period.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, there's no, like, classy way to spread your ass cheeks.
Jesus Christ.
Do you recommend
Spreading
someone
her ass
else taking the photo
Now, it can
for
be
a classy
sexy,
nude?
but not classy. You said, do you
Spoiled.
up?
Do you recommend somebody else maybe taking your photos for you for the classy nudes?
Not necessarily minded. I mean, one, we are in the age of selfie sticks. We have self-timers on phones. Like, if you have ways to do it, but you got to be kind of careful, because it's like, if you're having somebody take this classy nude, it's going to be somebody who's probably comfortable with seeing you naked. And if this is somebody that you're already with, they're like, well, bitch, I'm taking a picture. Who the fuck you trying to send this to? Because I'm already right here and I see it. So what is you doing? Because, sometimes niggas, they don't understand when we're trying to do things, either because we just want to feel sexy ourselves, or because it's, hey, maybe I wanted to actually send this to you while you was at work randomly one day. Because
Right.
all they looking at it as is, well, I done already seen it now. I'm the one taking it. So you must be trying to send this to somebody else. The fuck going on?
All right. The reason why I asked that question is because I've seen a lot of women over the course of the last few years going to get professional photos done.
Yeah.
And with the photographer, they'll get their regular family photos, their stuff like that, but then they'll have a kind of classy nude photo shoot too, where you can tell they have no clothes on, but you never see nakedness, full nakedness. Like the titties will be covered up by their arm, or they're sitting a certain angle where you can clearly look on the side and tell you ain't got no panties on.
Like, you can, one example, and it's not even sexual in nature, but one example of classy nudes is you can see those in a lot of maternity shoots
Facts.
that are out now. And I know there are a lot of women who, as always, they feel the need to talk down on something just because they wouldn't do it. I love those.
Yeah, because
Like,
didn't
those
Kelly
are-
Rowland do one?
There's a couple people, but it's okay when celebrities do it because everybody would kiss Beyonce ass if she did one.
We just want to actually see her pregnant to believe she had these babies.
They
That's
did.
where
They
that's
showed
where it
her
started
one.
at.
She was in matching panties and bras with some flowers on her scalp.
I was photoshopped.
I'm really, why am I here?
Cause
you showed up.
and this is your house.
I don't have to back. Clearly, I don't have to be here.
But you are
new.
new. You are a new analyst. You the one who probably have seen more news than anybody in this city.
Seen and taken.
Exactly. So you will be the best person to give your expertise to our female listeners of how to sexify the nude game. Because somewhere during the Twitter years, hoe ass niggas fucked up the nude game.
Yeah.
Because it was a point in time where you could log on Twitter, one of your homegirls online who might be having a rough day, we would just randomly send you titties. Like, hey, good morning. Like, hey, thank you. And your day would go great.
Appreciate it.
And then all of a sudden, some hoe ass nigga get mad because he didn't get the latest news on Titty Tuesdays and would leak a bitch whole folder.
Yeah. And if you guys want to go and check out the very first episode of Socially Awkward, we are discussing revenge porn on that very first episode. So that ties into it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I had to plug myself, man.
I'm proud of you.
That's where we started.
That's how it all started. Nice little callback right there.
So, Tom, you like classy news? Or
I love classy
news.
news.
You like raunchy news?
It depends. Because with me and Teresa, our time is busy. So we can't see each other as much as we want to. So sometimes a nice little classy news while I'm at work to let me know that, hey, have a great day at work. Here's a side boob. Awesome. Then every once in a while, if I'm over here recording and I've been over here too long and she wants some before work, she'll send a little something to remind me what time you coming home. Like, hey, nigga, we need to wrap this up.
Tom, you nasty.
How am I? I'm married.
That's why you nasty.
I'm allowed to be nasty when you're married.
Yes, you are.
You're supposed to be nasty when you're married.
Yes, you are.
That's how you keep the relationship going.
Some people are nasty and they're not married.
That's a true fact. I have a friend right now who I don't know why she always feels the need to share her sex life with me. Probably because I've known her all of our lives. And she was like, yeah, me and my man don't have normal sex. I'm like, okay, what kind of sex do you have if it's not normal?
So you open that door?
I did. I opened it wide open. And apparently they getting swings and shit.
Ow.
So.
They got the big girl swing?
No, not yet.
They got the plush.
They got the standard one. But if you guys are looking
3000.
for a plus size swing, coming soon will be Mimi's new line of hopefully awkward sex toys and contraptions to get your big freak on.
Yep.
Oh, big old freak.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be called. Big old freak.
Yep. Plus size sex toys.
Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion.
And
God, will you stop going back to her?
It's gonna be
Bitch,
dope
she
though.
fine.
She's your flavor of the month right now.
Because my big girl sex swing is gonna have like a little side table for
Drinks and snacks.
Yep, for snacks and shit, wings and swings. That's where we going.
I mean,
I was so mad at that title because it actually would sell.
stop talking to me for the rest of the day.
Swings and swings.
Swings and wings.
You telling me you wouldn't go if you go by a girl's house one and she has the wings for swings box sitting by the trash can?
I'm not sure where the wings at.
That's all you care about is the wings. They up by the swing, my nigga.
I don't want to be swinging on an empty stomach.
It comes with a crock pot holder, so the wings are in there, staying warm for you.
Is this true?
Look, man.
It's the deluxe model.
That's the LX version.
Yes.
Gotta feed us.
You got to get the luxury version, dog. Comes with a crock pot on the side, cup holders. There's a little cooler.
And for an extra $200, you can spring for the mini fridge attachment.
Man, that actually sounds lit, though. And it converts to a hammock. So when you family comes by to visit, you don't want to think there's something wrong with you. A hammock. You take the chain down and put the mesh up.
A mesh hammock?
I think most hammocks are mesh or net type, ain't they?
We've already put a picture of what we feel like Juan would look like in a hammock. And Hush Him
Fucking
got it.
ham. A cracked ham.
Yeah, we kind of been there and done
But I'm just saying, Juan, what if you went by a girl house who you've been kicking it with for a while, and you know you about to tear that ass up, and she calls you upstairs to the bedroom,
And there's a hammock.
and she's in the wing and swing. Are you going to go and play with her for a while?
Is there more wings?
Why is the wings the only thing you care about?
What if I'm hungry?
You came here to eat that puss, not the wings.
Well, let me dip the wings in the sauce. You're not going for that?
I'm honestly thinking, have I ever done that?
Ew, fam. Why would you stick a hot wing in a bitch's vagina?
I don't get hot wings.
Why would you stick any wing in her vagina?
Look, there was this one time in the Air Force.
Alrighty, so
It's always like that with Tone. This one time in the Air Force, and it's always a fucked up story.
Look,
you are the band camp of this fucking network.
I am.
This one time at band camp.
Look, I was an adventurous fly guy. Okay?
Yeah, clearly you'd have been to orgies and sex parties and foursomes and
Sometimes you have to, dude, the only way you're going to find out what white people do is to observe them in their natural habitats.
man, I didn't know where you was going with that.
I know what you was. I said it like that on purpose.
The only way your friends like, what did you find out, my God? Like,
I said it like that on purpose.
the only way you find out that you don't like niggas is you must try a nigga.
Oh,
Like,
no.
please don't.
We
tell
have
me.
had the LBGT conversation many times. I think by the time this one dropped, we had the Let's Be Honest episode.
I'm just saying, Tone. I find out you taste the niggas.
No.
To understand that you don't
No.
like it.
No.
Ooh, beyond me.
No.
You ever had a key? You ever went? Y'all used to throw them key parties?
I've been to a key party.
Did you put your keys in the bowl?
At the time, yes.
Oh, you freaky. Like, okay, now I've never been to a key party, but like, how does it go? Like, do y'all put all y'all keys in a punch bowl, and
Okay.
then a motherfucker just out here handing out keys? Like,
Okay, so what it is?
does anybody own a '97 Ford?
No. Okay.
Ford Focus.
Okay, this key. Well, some people do it like that. This particular key party, we had a little outing at a hotel. We all rented a hotel for the weekend because it was our down weekend. So what happens is, let me take that back. A motel. Now this motel had one of them little pool hall rooms. You know, like the little room on the side, right?
Okay, kind of like a conference.
Yeah, like the conference room. So we all, had our drinks, things like that. We met there, had a conversation, got to know each other, said highs and whatnot. And then as you come in, you put your room key in the bowl.
Okay.
Okay?
So y'all didn't separate it.
No, we ain't separate yet. So at that point in time, what happens is
What if you, as a man, get another man? Do you get to go back? And
no,
start
I'm getting
over?
there. I'm getting there.
Or
So
do
what
you
happens?
kind of gotta fuck him because you wanted to play?
Oh, that's nasty. Never had that situation. So every room had keys, but the women would be the ones that go back to the room. So at that time, all the guys are the only ones left at the party. So when it's time for everybody to disperse, or when it's time for you to disperse, like you done had enough drinks and you finna go do what you gonna do, you grab a key out this bowl. Okay? It should only been women in these rooms.
Right.
Okay? Your key had a number on it. You go to that number room, you get in there. When you went to that room, it's whatever you want to do. So if y'all fucking, y'all fucking. If y'all just chit-chat and getting to know each other better, you chit-chat and get to know each other. If you one of the people who like to get beat by whips and lick women's shoes, that's your party.
What the fuck kind of people did you know?
Fam, white folks are weird.
I don't want
Just leave it at that.
You're right. I have a story for that as soon as you're
White
done.
people are weird.
Yeah.
So this particular time, I went there with a couple of homegirls from our squad. So most of the women that was at this party, I knew because they were from my squad and in the neighboring squad too.
Okay.
So I get there, I'm like, okay, we here at this party. I know these females. I will fuck all of them anyway. I can't lose.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
I can't lose. I will fuck all of them anyway. It's a win-win.
I feel like you lost though.
kind of did. The one I end up going in the room with, this particular one, I had known her for a while. She shot her shot a while back. I wasn't going for her because was not my type at the time. She's probably not my type now either, but definitely at that time she wasn't my type. So I could not get myself to sleep with her like that. I let her do whatever she want to me, but I wasn't fucking, bruh. I couldn't do it.
So you just got like a handy?
Yeah, and then a couple little blowjobs, ate her out a little bit, but I wouldn't fuck.
So you ate it, but you wouldn't fuck it?
I wouldn't fuck it. Don't ask me why, bruh.
Why would you eat it if you
Because
not gonna fuck
she
it?
gave me head, and I felt like it's only right. You came here to get a nut off. The least I can do is help you get a nut off.
Could have finger banged.
Nah, bruh.
Pow, 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 pow.
That's, to me, that's childish.
Fingering?
Yeah.
Never. Fingering is the shit.
It's only...
Niggas need to bring fingering back.
You see how she's looking at you, right?
You don't like to be
One, most men don't know what to do with their hands to begin with. Two, we don't cut our nails right. So
Niggas don't cut their nails right. Niggas do all type of shit with their hand. Like, y'all just, for me, it's a lot of them ain't hygienic enough to be able to just stick
right, I
their
was going
finger.
to say that too. Can't trust
Because
it.
they don't be like, they clean they dick because they feel like, oh, it's my dick, I'm supposed to clean it. But I'm a man, and as a man, I shouldn't be walking around here with no pretty ass nails and shit. So they feel like it's okay to have hot Cheeto dust and old fucking sweet baby rays and shit under their fucking nails. Don't nobody got no time for getting no fucking yeast infection.
Do niggas wash their hands?
They wash their hands and feel like that's all they should do.
You gotta
because
clean your nails,
You have
too.
to clean under your nails.
Right.
I do that all the time.
Some people don't do that. Some people let their nails grow long. And you always got that one nigga who want to have the cocaine pinky for no reason. See? Point proven.
I feel judged.
I wasn't even thinking about you, but you proved my point.
I feel judged. Huh?
But I'm saying, even with the ones that have broken, that's dye from my hair. But even this, if a dude's nail ain't nothing but this long, but it's black under here, like you can literally just do like that and flick all the dirt. Like, niggas don't clean under their nails.
Yeah.
And they feel like going, and the dudes that do take care of themselves, they feel like, oh man, that's gay. This nigga getting his toes, getting a pedicure and shit. First of all, we don't want to deal with.
That's the one thing niggas need to get done.
Yes.
Like,
yes. And it's like, I am all for men getting manicures and pedicures. He ain't got to get polished. Just get your shit cleaned and trimmed and taken fucking care of. Get them fucking hangnails instead of always biting on your shit. Now you look like you got slave hands. Like, it is okay for a man to go and get a manicure and a pedicure in order to keep his hygiene up, especially if he think that he's supposed to be sticking his finger in somebody's honeypot.
yeah, bruh. Can't be out here walking around like poo.
You be honey dicking?
Is that what?
Man, I haven't heard that in so long.
Like, what is honey dicking for the listeners?
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
See, Juan, you can't be sitting here throwing out sex references.
It's not a sex reference. I don't know if it's in the Urban Dictionary or not, but I remember it was on that movie.
Just type it in Google, bruh. We haven't Googled nothing this episode.
Man. See, we got enough of people throwing around things and don't know what the meaning is for.
Ting.
Hey, yeah, I feel you on that.
Besides,
Oh, and by the way, I will be terrorizing your group every Tuesday with a new word.
no, what's her name dropped a word.
So, shout out to those women who are into soaking.
Juan, what is soaking?
Well, apparently soaking is when you just leave the dick in. There's no up and down movements. You just let it marinate.
What woman likes that?
I didn't say they liked it.
You just said who's down for it. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, shout out to man. Sometimes you just want to lay in there. You want to feel her warm embrace.
it's cool when it's laying in there. Just saying, but like, who just is sitting?
Who's here now? If you just showed up and that's all you want to do,
That's
that may be the problem. I mean,
like, dog.
hit it first.
That's called sloth dicking. You know what I'm saying?
Sloth dick.
I remember tender dicking. But no, so honey dicking was in the interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Honey dick was what?
Honey dicking.
The movie, The Interview. With
Oh
Seth
man, that
Rogen.
movie was so disrespectful. Eminem came out like he was gay, and Doug was like, "What? Nigga, we not finna pass that."
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, my eye itching.
We're quiet people because we're looking up honey dicking. Got honey dicker. When a person is getting took, somebody finds your ass out, figures out what you like, tells you what you want to hear to get what they want out you. Similar to honey potting.
Yeah, that's what it was, but he just called it honey dicking.
Yeah. So basically when somebody plays you. So there's a lot of niggas out here honey dicking, then they perceive to be this good guy, this great dude, this financial stability to get the girl, only to find out like you live in a house by yourself with a mattress on the floor.
That's how we get emotionally trapped by niggas that are honey dicking.
So you've been honey dipped, Mimi. Wow. You want to come tell us about your honey dicking experience?
Nah, I don't. Nope, I don't even want to hear.
I don't want to hear it no more either.
But so yeah, so apparently, here's another
Topic.
what would we call it? We'll call it white coworker review,
Oh my God.
because my white coworkers are fucking terrible people.
What did they do?
So apparently, my white coworker said, and this is always money related.
That's all white people care about.
He said for $1 million,
Oh my God.
he would play Soggy Biscuit.
One.
Are you aware
No, I'm not.
of what the Soggy Biscuit game is?
No, Juan. What is the soggy biscuit
Okay.
game?
So Soggy Biscuit. I believe somebody mentioned this in the Socially Awkward group too. So
It always goes back here.
it does. So shout out to Audrey who brought this shit up. And this, like, it wasn't even on my mind. Like, she was talking to me about it. She was like, "Yeah, they play Soggy Biscuit." I was like, "What the fuck is a Soggy Biscuit?"
What is a soggy biscuit?
So
Juan?
I googled it, and the Urban Dictionary definition popped right up. So apparently, Soggy Biscuit is a game of a circle jerk, and the first person to come on the biscuit or cookie or whatever the treat is in the middle, he wins. But the last person to ejaculate loses, and he's got to eat the cookie. That is a Soggy Biscuit, and people really play this shit, and white people are fucking disgusting.
That's all the time we have for this episode of the Death Fresh Show.
Nah, man, we not done.
Make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That is,
How long we been here?
dog. We've been here for like long enough.
Hey, look, bro. I'm just saying, white people are a different kind of weird.
Nah, we ain't done with this episode, but we damn sure finna be done with this topic. So Batman transition right here. All right, so Juan, you've been paying attention to the Shade Room lately.
Yes. Well, no, I don't pay attention.
Okay,
to
so
shit.
recently,
I follow them on Instagram, but they ain't posted nothing.
your boy, the baby, has recently been in the news.
Oh,
Baby,
man.
move that ass like a grown man.
So Mimi, who has recently researched this topic, our timeline correspondent, can give us a little detail of what happened.
So, there is a gentleman who decided to record a video harassing the baby inside of what looked like it was a retail store.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was
Marathon?
jewelry or yeah.
Doug
I'm
got
not
beat
sure.
up inside of a Walmart.
A Walmart.
Who the fuck wants to take that L? I've seen niggas get beat up inside of a Walmart.
Okay.
So, it was basically okay. So it was a Louis Vuitton store apparently.
Okay, at least it has some class to it.
That was a
I
classy
mean,
The classy ass whooping.
taking an ass whooping, and that don't really seem.
Now, you know what? That actually makes it worse.
That don't seem as
'Cause-
classy to me though.
You're not supposed to be fighting in a Louis Vuitton store.
No, you're not.
You're supposed to be buying fancy shit with LV on it.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. But anyway, this
I
gentleman,
digress.
I think his name is Cam.
Well, it's not Cameron.
No, I think he's like a North Carolina rapper or some shit like that. But anyway, he's in the store, basically fucking with him, recording in selfie mode, and he like, oh yeah, look at this whole ass nigga, this a bitch ass nigga type shit. He taking off his shit like he finna do something, nigga. What you taking your shit off for? Blah blah blah. But then it cuts to another clip of the baby recording dude now, and he like, go ahead, with your scary ass. You go and pay for your shit, do whatever. And the guy is like, well, what you walking up on me for? And he takes a swing, and then as you can see the little tussling in the camera, but then the next clip then shows the baby like, yeah, just knock this fuck ass nigga out, all me type shit. And then he pans to the floor, and there's a dazed and confused gentleman with a bloody nose and his pants damn near around his ankles. So apparently he got cleared in that scuffle that he decided to swing.
Like,
off.
how hard?
Like, he started it. But then this guy posted, and he's like, oh, well, niggas bounce back from getting jumped all the time, and trying to make it seem like the baby caught him slipping. That's what he said. Like, niggas caught me slipping this time. But you started it. He was minding his business. And you started
business. All right, so Cam Cold-Hearted.
That's his name.
First of all, how hard did you get your ass knocked out that you lost your pants during the fight? Niggas lose shoes. Bitches lose hair pieces. Shirts can get torn off. But you lost your
Cam
pants.
Cold-Hearted, cold-blooded ass whooping.
Cold-blooded. I'm just saying. A1, what the 5 fingers say to the face?
Fucking whoop ass. That's exactly what it's like. How you get beat out your... Well, maybe he was in a Louis Vuitton store trying to buy a belt.
Yeah, it wouldn't have helped him.
Shit.
I mean, okay, so this is when cyberbullying goes wrong. Because you picked the fight not realizing it was going to escalate to what it's supposed to be about. How do you start drama with somebody who's minding their business? Like, have them two ever had any conversations before one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Any conversation, anything?
Man, the baby be out here randomly getting into beef.
Okay. So
like, I first discovered him before I even knew about his music from a Facebook video. He was in Atlanta because the baby's from North Carolina.
okay.
He was in Atlanta and he was shooting a video. And you know how, these street niggas or hood niggas always feel like you got to check in with some shit. And, he was shooting a video and a bunch of niggas rolled up on him talking about, hey, man, you ain't from around here. You ain't from our hood. You got to check in. And the baby was like, nah, man, fuck y'all. I don't even know you niggas. Why y'all over here bothering me? Got to check in and shit.
I want to talk about this, Mimi.
That's how you felt.
Are you going to use this for an episode?
What?
The hanging with niggas.
Oh.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No, this ain't Mr. Cooper.
I can't, because I've seen how that works.
All right, so we here right now. So one,
What's up?
you living a single life. Have you been asked by females to just come hang out sometimes?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you ever had to say no to them sometimes?
sometimes.
Okay. When you convey the no to that person and the conversation, does the conversation stop like right then and there, or do y'all keep just still having regular conversation?
Sometimes, like, if we, like, physically on the phone,
Yeah.
I'd probably tell you I'm going to call you back because your energy get real weird.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's not all females, but some females, like, when they ask you something about hanging with them, and even if you have a legitimate reason on why you can't do it, it's like when you tell them no, the energy just get real weird, and it make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
So, like, after I tell you no, or I can't do it, or, like, it ain't something I'm interested in, the conversation get awkward, so I just like, I'll call you later. and then I may not talk to you for the rest of the day.
So what's the craziest reason why you couldn't hang with somebody?
Like, what you mean crazy?
Like, have you ever told somebody you can't hang with them just because they unattractive?
Oh, okay. So
Well, that's not the craziest reason you can't. That's just a reason you don't want to.
I can tell you some
I meant to say the most fucked up.
I can tell you some wild shit.
Okay,
So,
we here now. Let's go.
I was 19, and this is when I was dating Naomi.
Okay.
And Naomi had a cousin, and this is back when I was
Great
kicking.
dick sex for me and my homies.
You said what?
Oh no, too short. Knew this freak named Naomi.
That's what I thought she was singing. Like, dog, you know his girl like that?
This is back when I was kicking it with Vincent. So, Naomi had a cousin, and her cousin would be like, "Hey, yo, Juan, do you got any friends you can hook me up with?" So I thought I was being a good homie. I was like, "Well, I could put Vince on." So I do the little transaction, little phone swap. Everybody got each other's number, and we all supposed to go and kick it one day. Okay. We just out here chilling. So I guess they had sent each other pictures or whatnot, and Fam really didn't like how her cousin looked. But he didn't say it. Like, he wouldn't just say, "No, you're not my type," He led her on, and then the day we were supposed to kick it, he had me tell her that he had got shot and we had to go to the hospital. That was like the worst shit I've ever done. And we went with this story for like 3.5 hours. Like, nobody's answering phones. Like, I felt bad. So I'm like, dog, why? You got me lying to my girlfriend.
Dog, like,
you fucking up my life.
Dog, that's a whole level of just fuck shit.
Because now she's sending me text messages because she worried. She trying to make sure I didn't get shot with your dumb ass. I was just like, you know what?
So my question is, did you ever tell the truth?
Yes.
Yeah, you had to tell the
I
truth to
did tell the
Naomi.
truth. I did.
So how did the cousin ever find out?
Yeah.
How did she feel about it? Or you don't know?
She won't fuck with Brad after that.
I wouldn't want to either, dog. Because if you gonna lie about that,
Right.
We was sitting in the house.
she might have rocked his world that day.
She like, "Tell the truth, Juan." I was like, "Yeah, bro, he didn't get shot. Man. He just didn't want to see your guy." Why he didn't just say, "I told him"? Just tell
One
him.
of my sisters did that. She was supposed to go see this dude, but she didn't want to go, and her friend wouldn't go with her. So she said she got pulled over by the cops, and she in holding right now because she had an expired ticket.
That's probably some of the worst shit. I was like, "Nah, you
Now,
got
Mimi,
shot."
Yes.
You being a woman, and you get solicited for dates all the time. How do you deter some of these men?
I just say I don't want to go. Like, not in a rude way, but I just got asked out the other night. He was like, "Hey, come meet me for drinks." And I'm like, "No, maybe some other time." Like, I didn't give a reason. I didn't say, "No, I'm watching John Wick with my babies." I didn't feel that I owed him
An explanation?
an explanation.
Okay.
But there is somebody who, like, I had to really tell him because I grew up with him and I grew up under him. He was one of the older kids, so it's like we always looked at him as, like the big brother, big cousin kind of thing. And I've never looked at him in any type of romantic way whatsoever. And I've always been to everybody in the block, Lil Mika, because everybody was older than me. So for him to recently kind of come out and say, well, I've basically started to become romantically attracted to you. It's like, well, damn, I can't help you, bro. I'm not one that. And I did. And I explained that to him. And I wasn't rude about it. I was nice about it and told him that. But it got to a point where from there, every time he hit me up, sorry, my mouth juicy as fuck from eating that ice cream.
You are juicy mouthed.
Right.
Juicy
You gotta keep swallowing this shit. I mean, that's usually not a problem, but this is a lot.
This is not your show.
Nigga, she was just talking about watching sperm swim in ball sacks. What do you expect out of her?
What about my ball sack? No, but then it got to a point where he would basically be pulling tone.
What?
We know how.
Habitual complimenter.
That and he would hey hun.
Don't look at me like that, fam. You used to be a habitual complimenter.
I have no problem letting someone know when they have leveled up, bruh. What's so wrong with that?
Whatever.
Tone,
But
you was trying to fuck these hoes at one point in time.
But we
bro.
know
Don't
how
play innocent.
Tone will hey hun a motherfucker to death, right?
Well, y'all niggas quit saying. You are like the third person.
I've seen the screenshots, bro.
Yeah.
Not everybody's seen the screenshot. I ain't never lied about that. The only problem is they not mad because they got hey hun. They mad that they wasn't the only one that got they got hit with the group
Nah,
message.
niggas would definitely pop up like, hey, this y'all boy?
Fam, like, hey, what's up with your boy? Like,
They get mad because they got group chatted.
So it got to a point where after he expressed that and I told him what it was, I thought things would go back
To normal.
to normal. But then it's like now it's hey hun, hey sweetie, hey, like you wasn't talking to me like that before. And now after I've already told you that I'm not interested, now all of a sudden you can't. So it would get to the point where I would get annoyed.
he wants to sway your opinion.
Yeah.
You gonna get an unsolicited dick pic in a minute.
And that, no, because I had to tell him. Like, because we went out. He came and got me out of the house. We went to breakfast and shit. But as friends, he didn't let his intentions be known until after that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have went that day. So now it's like whenever he would want to hang out or kick it because of the fact that we had like a history of going way back, he would, oh, well, what you doing tonight? And I would, oh, well, I told my guys I go to D's with them or I'm watching movies with the girls. Like, I would make up shit just to not go. Because it's like at this point, I already know how you look at me and it's going to be weird. So I had to just tell him like 2 days ago. I'm like, look, because he was like, man, you was looking real good when you went out, blah, blah, blah. You sure you don't want to give dating a try? I think we'd be good for each other. And I'm like, look, you're going to make me start acting awkward with you. He's like, why would you do that? I'm like, because I've already told you that I don't feel that way. And the more you press the issue, it's going to make me not know how to talk to you because I don't want to be rude and feel like I'm just completely spinning you. But then at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm giving you hope. So he was like, you know, I ease up.
Keep hope alive.
Because I don't want our friendship to change. I'm like, thank you.
Keep hope alive, man.
No.
You miss 90% of the shots that you don't take.
But some shots you shouldn't pull up for. Like, we've had that conversation
There's
before.
no such thing as a bad shot.
No. We've had that conversation
the Bucks game
before.
clearly shows that was a lie.
Right. No, we've had the conversation before, Juan, where just because she's cute, just because she's attractive, doesn't necessarily you want to talk to her like that.
Facts. Sometimes you just want to see what them titties look like.
Oh, my God.
But it's the truth, man.
It is true, though. But, and I think that's kind of the same thing when it comes to the shooting your shot. Because this conversation came from a timeline post where a young gentleman shot his shot at a young lady, and she rejected him. Now, the conversation went left fast, or actually the conversation went ass backwards. But instead of asking her out, he just asked her, does she want company? Now, of course, the conversation could have a lot more to it because, people only want to screenshot and show only so much to drive a point instead of showing you the whole story at times. But he's like, hey, you want company? And she said no. And then immediately afterwards, he asked, are you a man?
I think that should have been the first question.
That's what we all said when we seen it. But a lot of times, the conversation is a little bit different. It's a guy would ask or approach a girl, want to get to know her, and she would say no. And I think we talked about this on Hostly Awkward before. He turns aggressive. All kind of bitches and hoes. Don't nobody want your number anyway. You a Section 8 bitch. It's just blatantly disrespectful for no reason.
Sometimes they are Section 8 hoes.
You ain't got to point it out right away just because she told you no.
Well, it depends on how she said no.
Sometimes they just say, no, I got a man. And the niggas can't take that.
Sometimes shooting your shot can backfire.
It most definitely can.
Like, you shoot your shot because she was cute. And then when she give you the number and shit, you like, damn. I didn't expect this to work.
This bitch crazy.
That's like a guy.
I didn't really want to talk to you.
Tried to talk
Why'd
to
you
me
shoot your
Thursday.
shot there?
Niggas are backwards, bro.
A guy
want
tried
to see
to
if
talk to
you
me
still got it?
Thursday. And he's like, oh, no, you look real nice and blah, blah, blah. And, can you put my number in your phone? Now,
Okay.
I did so because it was him and another guy in the car. And I was downtown all by myself that night. And I'm like, I really don't feel like dealing with no bullshit. So I did it. But I have no intentions of calling him. Now, he wasn't. I don't think he was ugly.
What the?
It was the phone.
I don't know. But my thing is, I don't like dudes
What, Jim Ross?
trying to talk to
Yeah.
me from cars.
Why
I feel
not?
like, because, especially if you see, me walking out. If I'm in my car, you in your car, and you pull up on the side and you trying to shoot your shot real quick for the light change or before I turn or whatever, that's something different. But to try to pull up on the side of me or stop and think I'm supposed to walk back and talk to you, like, no, you wanted my attention so you can get your ass out of the car and you can come talk to me. It's not for me to walk up to you. You stopped me because you wanted my attention, but you want me to come to you. Fuck you.
Damn.
Now, that can seem like it's real harsh or stuck up or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. But I feel like at this point, you saw me. You wanted to holler at me. Why do I need to make the effort to walk all the way over there to your car? And you can't even have the decency to get out of the car to have a conversation with me, even if just to exchange numbers.
Maybe when you got
Facts.
to the car, he would have got out.
He should. What she's saying is, if you want my attention, make the effort.
But I just say, like, the only reason why I even put dude number on my phone was because it was two of them sitting in the car. Like, dude never got out the car, but you think I'm supposed to call you. No.
Could be missing your blessing.
Yeah, I could be. Or I could just be not dealing with nobody that don't think that that's rude to not get out of the car and talk to somebody.
What if he was fat?
So, he wasn't.
She wouldn't have given him a chance if he was fat anyway. That one guy ruined it for all fat guys by honey dicking her.
Yeah. One man can make one
It's just funny.
Well, look, man, he was going for the backdoor reversal.
And could he pull it? I don't think Mimi said he could have pulled it off.
I don't know. It's not for me to judge.
It's not me to judge either. That's up to the women. But
Yeah, we've judged.
you had definitely have judged.
That's all y'all pretty much do.
Just yeah, collectively. But with that, I thought that nigga posted news in the group. Wait. Is this more to the story?
What?
To what story?
The
Cam dude?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I was finna say, yeah, I told you.
It was more to that story. What you got for us?
Oh, that's not what I'm doing.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Hey, who's this Jay Ruffin guy?
Really? You just gonna name drop?
That's Junior, brother. That's the one that was always commenting on my shit and hate the fuck out of women.
I just said his name because it looked familiar and I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I figured somebody knew who the fuck it was.
Yeah, it's always that one person in there that just wants to go, toe to toe with Mimi on stats
Why?
because they feel like they can defeat her.
Ain't nobody defeated Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn has been defeated.
Didn't he die, bro?
Yes. The Shao Kahn has been defeated.
Okay.
It's like doing the tower.
Put it like this. Shao Kahn has been defeated. But do we know any fucking Liu Kangs?
Everybody think they Liu Kang. That's the problem.
Oh, well.
That's not true.
Last time I checked, Liu Kang dead in the motherfucker. So
Everybody tries to... Okay, so whenever it's... I don't want to call it a battle of the sexes conversation, but when it's usually a topic that women and men are usually divided on, minus the Jacobs in the world.
yeah, he definitely Jacob Harvey.
But Jacob Jackson.
Team Jackson.
They always come for Mimi. Okay? And they always lose.
Well, because they feel like if they can get one up on Mimi, they'll get some kind of internet clout.
Most people can't. You can't get one up on her in any debate.
No, okay. It's not that people can't get one up on me. It's because before I enter into debates, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Facts.
And a lot of people like to just jump into shit because
Of how they feel.
right. Like with me going back and forth with dude about the abortion thing.
Right.
It's because he like, oh, well, y'all mad just because one state won't allow y'all to get abortions, one place in the whole fucking country and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dog, you're not even understanding why this is so upsetting and what they are trying to do.
Yeah,
and furthermore, it's more than one state that's pushing this thing. So the fact that you don't even know that it's more than one state on the map that's initiating bans and doing all this shit shows that you're not even qualified to be in this conversation.
Right. Because all it really does take is one state to get the ball moving. Like shipping slaves back down south started in one state. And then the whole north was like, nah, you niggas can't stay here. If you were slave, you got to go back.
So that was my whole thing with it. Like, you feel like, oh, well, Alabama's the only one that's... No. Alabama has the most extreme
situation.
But it's not the only state. So, yeah, I've looked up things and I know exactly what I'm talking about before I engage in a conversation. If there's something I don't understand, I seek to understand it so that I'm not talking out of the fucking side of my neck. A lot of people that talk to me don't do that.
Right. One thing I do like about you now with the pod is something triggers you. You already going to do your research because you usually got to clap back at people about it. But now you build it for your shows.
Yeah.
Which makes your shows that much more enlightening.
Because I did, like, it was very hard for me not to engage in certain...
What was that one you literally waited?
Aisha.
Yes, dog, you, man, it was hard for you.
Like,
it was like a spoiler alert you couldn't hold on to.
Like, because it's like, I want people to hear me when I talk about certain things, and it's a lot better than
reading you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
That and the fact is like I don't have to deal with women hating idiots like that trying to go back and forth. Like, and I have this thing, and everybody's like, "Dude, like, why is he even still here? Like, I'm surprised you haven't even blocked him yet." And I've always been that person where, just because we have a difference of opinion, you entitled to your opinion and what you want to say, just like I am. So I've never been a person who felt like I needed to delete and block people just because I disagree with what they were saying. But then I had to kind of think of my own peace and mental health and shit and say, you know what?
Right.
Some people are just too toxic for you to keep exposing yourself to, so it's okay to remove them from your space. And he was one of them people, so eventually
I'm glad you said that, because that makes me want to close out tonight's episode with something that needs to be said. It was a post that I put on the TDR Instagram talking about toxic people, and we're going to go ahead and end tonight's show with basically telling people, let's get out of the habit of telling people, well, that's still your mom, that's still your dad, that's still your brother, that's still your sister. Toxic is toxic, whether it's family or not. You are allowed to walk away from people who constantly hurt you. So just because you're related to them does not mean that you need to accept the toxic behaviors that they implemented. With that being said, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Death Fresh Show. Juan, take us home.
Damn. That was good.
So, we got to bring the GMs back.
Can I add one?
Go right ahead, Dinkins.
Because it's up the same alley, and it's something that I saw too, and I felt the need to share.
Not at nobody's back door, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's not. What is with you?
He just wants to go behind this one chick's back door.
Anyway, it says, just a friendly reminder. And this is something that I even had to put in place for myself.
Okay.
But do not check up on the toxic person you left, stop communicating with, or stop being friends with. Do not check their socials. Don't hit them up to see how they're doing. Your peace of mind is too important to get wrapped up in it. And that is so true.
Man, well, I think we just made an episode that we need to record within the next 2 weeks.
You
Also,
are not
toxicity.
alone.
Yeah.
So how you say it?
I'm with it.
Here for you.
Okay, there we go.
Know you're far away. We gotta get the fuck up out of here, G.
All right. All right, with that being said, we out.